Let's be real for a second. You work hard. You're out there every day dealing with the commute, the boss, the exhaustion, just to look at your bank account and see a number that feels, well, kind of disappointing, right? If that hits home, you're in the right place. We're about to lay out a super clear, actionable plan that you can literally get started on before your head hits the pillow tonight. So let's get into it.
So, does this look familiar? Seeing less than $1,000 in your account? It's stressful. It's that feeling in the pit of your stomach that you're just one flat tire or one surprise bill away from real trouble. But here's the deal. That feeling of panic, we're going to replace it with a plan, starting right now.
And that's really the heart of it. This isn't some crazy get-rich-quick fantasy. Nope. This is about taking what you have, no matter how small it seems, and using it as a seed for real, actual, long-term financial security. And the best part? It all starts with a few quick moves you can knock out tonight.
So, here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with the under $1,000 problem, then get right into your first two moves. After that, we'll go hunting for some hidden money, figure out how to supercharge your savings, talk about playing the long game, and then we'll look at what your new financial reality could be. Let's do this.
All right, first up, the under $1,000 problem. The whole goal here is to shift your mindset from pure panic to having a solid plan. And you know this cycle, right? You're trading your most valuable asset, your time and energy, for just enough money to scrape by, with pretty much nothing left over to build for the future. It's demoralizing, for sure. But the good news is you can break this cycle. And it starts with two really small, super deliberate actions. Which brings us to section 2, your first two moves. Now, this isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about building a foundation, a little safety net, and a powerful new habit.
Okay, this is it. This is your homework for tonight. First, I want you to peel off just $100 and move it to a totally separate savings account. That's your buffer. Got it? Second, set up an automatic transfer of just $10 a week into an investment account. That's it. Notice how small these numbers are? That's on purpose. Right now, the habit you're building is way more important than the amount.
So that first move, the $100 buffer, it should go into what's called a high-yield savings account. The key things here are that it's separate and it's only for real emergencies. Think of this tiny fund as the wall standing between a surprise car repair and 22% credit card debt. It's your financial shock absorber. And that $10 weekly transfer, that's going into something called a broad market index fund. Now, don't let that fancy name scare you. All it really means is that for $10, you're buying a tiny piece of thousands of the biggest companies out there. Your money is now officially in the game, working for you 24/7 thanks to the magic of compounding. Okay, so your foundation is set. You've got the ball rolling. Now it's time for our next step, finding hidden money. This is all about plugging those little leaks in your budget and tackling the debts that are holding you back. Here's another move you can make tonight. Pull up your last bank or credit card statement. Scan through it for a subscription you totally forgot about or just don't use anymore. Find one? Good. Cancel it. Let's say it's a $12 a month music service. You then immediately go to your automatic transfer and increase it by that amount. Just think about that. That $12 was just disappearing, but now it's going to add almost $100 to your investment account in just a few months. Now, let's talk about the big one, debt. High-interest debt is an absolute wealth killer. The strategy here is simple and it's ruthless. You pay the absolute bare minimum on everything, except for the one debt with the highest interest rate. You attack that one. You throw every single spare dollar you have at it. Once it's dead and gone, you take all the money you were paying on it and roll it over to the next biggest enemy. That's how you build momentum and save yourself a fortune in interest.
Okay, so we've plugged the leaks and we have a battle plan for debt. Now it's time to go on offense. Section 4 is all about supercharging your savings by actively bringing more money in. The goal here isn't to get a second full-time job. Please, no. This is about finding a micro side hustle whose only job is to generate cash to feed your investment account. We're talking small, quick gigs, walking a dog, selling a couple things you don't use anymore. Even one $40 gig a month can double what you're investing each week. And the rule is, that money never even touches your regular checking account. It goes straight to work.
At the same time, think about your main job. Could you spend just an hour a week learning a new skill that makes you more valuable? Things like becoming an expert in Excel shortcuts, learning the basics of social media scheduling, or even a little bit of code. A small skill up can lead to a real raise. And if you route that entire raise straight into your investments, boom, you've just massively accelerated your progress without changing your lifestyle at all.
This brings us to what might be the most important part of this whole thing, playing the long game. The little mechanical steps are easy, but it's the mindset and the habits that'll make this system work for you for years and years to come.
Here are 3 habits you gotta build. First, dividend reinvestment. It's usually just a checkbox you tick in your investment account. It tells the system to automatically use any little payouts to buy you more shares. It's compounding on autopilot. Second, have a plan for surprise money, like a bonus or a tax refund. Send it to work before you even think about spending it. And third, practice what some people call stealth wealth. As your income grows, keep your lifestyle the same. Let your wealth grow quietly in the background.
So, after all these little consistent steps, what does this actually add up to? Let's take a look at your new financial reality after just one single year.
Just look at this transformation. Tonight, you just start. A plan is officially in motion. In 4 months, you're seeing real money pile up from one tiny decision. By 6 months, you actually have a safety net, and your debt is getting smaller. And yeah, after 1 year, maybe you only see $3,000 or $4,000 in your account. But that's not the point. The real win is that you've built a system. You have flipped the script from feeling fragile to building real freedom.
And that really brings us to the last thought here. Your starting point does not define your destination. That balance in your account right now, it doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be put to work. So the only question left is, are you ready to get started tonight?